Alrighty, fellas. Good morning. Welcome to the PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of tips, tricks, information, and just what's happening inside the PokeMMO community. We have a lot of stuff to cover today. I think I have 9 different browser pages up of things to discuss, to give you an idea. I probably usually have like 3 or 4. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today, a lot of news, a lot of stuff going on with Safari Week as well. We'll get to that in a quick sec, but let's go ahead and get into the upcoming events. There are a ton of upcoming events in PokeMMO, okay? The staff are popping off. The staff are just coming together to make Safari Week amazing. But first things first, this is the PokeMMO official 2nd annual Shiny Wars. If you aren't familiar, I did a full video covering all the details of this. I super recommend checking that out. But Shiny Wars is essentially the Super Bowl of shiny hunting when it comes to PokeMMO. If you want to prove yourself in the shiny hunting community, make a name for yourself, pop off, be a serious player in this game, Shiny Wars is the way to make a name for yourself and a way to show off. Now, keep in mind, the registration for this event is first come, first serve, and it begins on July 2nd. July 2nd, midnight UTC. Be there or be square, okay? Next up, we have a bunch of new catch events that have been announced. A ton of new catch events. There's a Mudkip catch event, you know, a fan favorite. A Mudkip catch event coming up, as we can see, the 25th of June at noon ET, so exactly when I start stream. Route 104 in Hoenn. You're gonna have 1 hour to catch as many Mudkip, Poochyena, Wurmples as possible and these big nature bonuses. First place prize is a gift 6x31 or 6x0 if you want it to be. 6 times selectable IV Mudkip and a free 1000 RP. Check that out. Next up, we have another Safari Week catch event. This one in Johto. We just had a Kanto Safari catch event. Now we're doing a Johto one as well. So a Johto Safari Zone catch event coming up on the 28th of June, 2025. Again at noon ET. Perfect timing for me, luckily. Safari Zone in Johto Channel 1. You could catch, I believe, anything in the Safari Zone. Thank you, Chokro, for the sub, by the way. Larvitar, Kangaskhan, Magmar, Ditto, Dratini, Gyarados, Tauros, Rhyhorn, Machop, Ekans, Drowsy, anything. Look at that. There's so many Pokemon with different species bonuses. All of the extra, if you want to scroll through all of the details and information yourself to develop a sort of game plan, check out the PokeMMO forums. It's the best place to see updates on whenever these events are happening. And the Johto Safari Zone event has a shiny Lapras prize. For those who don't know, one of the best shinies in the Johto Safari Zone, a rare shiny, very difficult one. It's like 20% encounter rate in the Johto Safari Zone. It's like a 20% catch. Very difficult catch. Definitely check this out. Really amazing prize to see. And then next up, we're going in chronological order. I've already shown this event a few times, but it's coming up still. Sunday the 29th of June, 29th of June, Sunday, we have a 12 p.m. Spoink catch event with a shiny Spoink prize. Is an amazing underrated shiny. And then next up, another Safari Week event, this time over in Sinnoh. This one is on June 30th on Monday, June 30th at 20 ET, which will actually be on. This is an interesting time zone one. I'm glad they're trying to get different time zones. The PokeMMO devs, or staff rather, have a really tough time trying to get as many people to be able to show up to these events as possible. PokeMMO's such an international game. They definitely have to appeal to the East Coast in the US, you know, Chinese time zones, Spanish, like different time zones where the largest player bases are. But if you're an Australian player, or, you know, certain time zones definitely get a little less opportunities, and that's unfortunate. But that's the case with time zones and catch events. Not everybody's going to be able to participate in every single event, for sure. This one's at 20 ET, which is what, 8 p.m., I believe? 8 p.m. my time zone, actually on Sunday the 29th. So are there 2 catch events? Wait, I just realized. Wait, that's so funny. The Spoink catch event happens on Sunday. Wow. On this Sunday, or next Sunday, this Sunday, if you're in my time zone, there's 2 catch events on one day. I don't know if I've ever seen that. 2 official catch events on one day? I literally don't know if I've ever seen that. One at 12 p.m. and then one at 8 p.m. That's honestly really fucking cool. Okay, so be there or be square. This is a Sinnoh Safari Zone catch event with a shiny Bidoof prize. I mean, the king of memes. Gotta go for him. Shiny Bidoof will definitely be on my radar. Next up, Good vibes, great fishing, Sunday the 6th of July. So this is a, look at this art. This is beautiful. Another catch event on the 6th of July. So this one's a bit further away, you know, give you more time to prepare. 11 a.m. ET on a Sunday. Johto. Prize is a gift non-shiny Poliwhirl, so not as exciting, but still 1,000 RP. Great events. Events like this where there's no shiny prize, where main accounts are less incentivized to go, these are the events to go to as an Iron Man account because you have a higher chance of winning the event because there's less people there, so you have a higher chance of getting RP. So that's all the upcoming events. There's a ton of them. Glad we got through them kind of quickly. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, or check out, obviously, the PokeMMO forums is the best place to see when these events are happening and what all the extra details and stuff like that. Now, we have a few videos to cover in regards to Safari Week because there have been some insane shinies caught and some insane shinies lost. I'll see you guys in a quick sec with some of those encounters. All right, first things first, before we watch the Safari Zone shiny reactions from the Pokemon and PokeMMO Safari Week, there's a video from Not Energy, who I've been shouting out a ton, aka Energy / Not Energy. He's Energy on Twitch and Not Energy on YouTube, if I recall correctly. One of my favorite up-and-coming PokeMMO content creators, a very dedicated gamer and dedicated shiny hunter within PokeMMO already, even though he's like super new to the game and you know, in the grand scheme of things. He made a video talking about this bug, and he actually lost a shiny Pokemon to a bug, supposedly. I haven't watched it yet, so I want to see what this is. Is it similar to the Matang bug? What happened with this? I'm a little late to this party. This was 3 days ago, but let's go ahead and see what actually has. I haven't seen this. Let's just sit back and watch, see what happens to Energy, and I'll be linking this video in the chat, of course, if you guys want to check this out. Here is the link. You guys can go see what's going on and see for yourself. Go give it a like and subscribe as we're watching it on stream as well. You might as well give the real original content some appreciation.
What's going on, guys? My name is Energy. You guys might know me from League, being the Challenger Thrushmate who is currently on a hiatus because the game is or the guy.
Yeah. Also, he's a reformed ex-sober League of Legends player, which I can relate to, except he's actually a very good, he's like a fucking grandmaster Thresh. He's like a very, very, very good player. It's crazy.
I who hit a shiny Riolu and went freaking crazy.
What?
But I'm not here to
I
talk
forgot about the what, dude. He was the what? He's the what shiny Riolu king. He's the Thresh king.
Things. I am here to tell
Challenger Thresh, excuse me. Like, yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. That's crazy.
Bug that is going around in PokeMMO, and I just happened to lose a shiny because of it. Here's the clip.
Energy is him. Okay, I need to see what happens here.
So, yeah.
Shiny Shelmet.
Oh my god! Yeah!
So it's a ×5 Horde shiny.
Baby!
That's step
Let's
one.
go, man! No charm either! Oh! Nice, bro! Nice! Nice!
It's a bit bigger so you can see it.
Nice!
Huge, bro.
Let's go.
Okay, initial reaction, of course.
Woo! That was fast! We take those!
I want to say congrats, but I know that he loses it. I want to see how and why.
The whole game.
Alright, so, hold on.
On your other account, make sure you click yes.
Yes?
Do not click no.
Okay, so
Okay, so he has a shiny on one device or something. I don't know what's happening here. I actually don't know what any is he. I'm assuming he's using a screen cap to play PokeMMO on like a laptop, or not a laptop. He's playing PokeMMO on a different device, like a phone or something like that. And now he wants to log back into his main device, his desktop or whatever, to actually.
Be careful, but click on that other.
Yeah.
Click on your other account.
Yeah, screen sharing. Yeah, casting to another PC. Okay, that which is allowed.
Yes?
Who's gonna log back in on his main account,
yes.
on his main device rather.
Yeah! What?
Oh no.
What?
What? Wait, what?
Oh no. Okay, this hits. I already like know what happens. This is really fucking sad. This happened to me recently, not with a shiny, just while single encountering for Articuno. This happened to me. Another user has logged in when switching devices like this.
What happens?
As a content creator and as a streamer, you know, recorder, I switch devices like this all the time. I actually often shiny hunt or legendary hunt outside on my laptop, and then if I get an encounter, I will come back into my desktop room, start the recording, and do this. So this is like very much a bug that could happen to me, and I didn't even think about this or know this could happen.
Did you do the bug that I talked about yesterday?
Park, who's a PokeMMO staff member, says, I've reported this to the dev team and it's been ticketed. We figured out what's causing it to happen. It should be fixed soon. That's good to hear. But
What
this
bug?
is...
How did it bug?
Gee, press
Yeah.
OK and then log back in.
Huh?
It's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
He did go log in.
It's
That's so fucked up. That is actually... That... I don't even know what to say. That is so unfair. Like, this is even worse than the Matane bug. Because, at least with the Matane bug, I feel like there's like a logical mistake of, oh, you shouldn't Pokeball. Like, but this is insane. This is so fucking crazy. Yeah, Energy, I'm going to. Don't worry, of course. This is so crazy.
gone. What?
Oh,
What?
If you're not used to Patrouski reacts, I'm not one of those react people who just puts on the video and then just like watches and goes AFK to go get some food. I'm gonna pause, give my input, and react to every little thing and give my 10,000 hours of insight. That's not everybody's cup of tea, which I understand. If you just want to go watch the video, I'm gonna link it and you guys can go watch it. But I want to take it all in slowly and step by step. That's
So,
really fucking sad.
Why did this happen? Let's break it down. Let's start off with what is an interaction. So an interaction or instance, some would call it.
The little editing is so
when
nice.
you are, for example, in a Pokemon battle, in a cutscene with dialogue, or even interacting with the Pokemon Center, or the menu for the PC box, stuff like that. Basically, if someone requests to battle you or to trade with you, it can sometimes say the player is currently busy and cannot accept
Yep.
your request.
Because in the middle
That's
of
because they
interaction, okay.
are in an instance.
Okay.
So, I was in 2 interactions on 2 separate devices. And what happens is, I logged off one of the accounts that was in an instance and logged onto the other account on that device with another instance. And
Oh, it like really mattered because you were playing 2 accounts at once?
onto the other account on that device with another instance. And then I pressed escape because I wanted to make the encounter display bigger.
Yeah, that's the bug. That's the bug.
Yeah.
That's the bug. Wait, it happens. It happens. It happens. It still happens. It still happens.
Good on you. I love someone who encounters a bug like this and then does testing afterwards to see how to replicate it, because that's how the devs can fix it. This is fucking
What?
awesome.
That came out of nowhere.
Delayed.
That was really delayed.
No, it's now offline.
But hey, this bug is confirmed. Right now, this bug is actually confirmed to be 100% sure.
And here, behold, when these 2 actions occur back to back, it's like Godzilla versus Kong colliding, destroying the world. AKA, you get logged out a few seconds after, in a snap of a finger.
This is really fucking sad. It actually like makes me really frustrated. A player shouldn't be able to lose a shiny for something like this. Like, this really fucking sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel as impassioned about it as the Matang situation, because the Matang situation was a shiny Matang, a 5% or less than encounter, single encounter, like all these things. This is quote unquote just a time swipe horde shiny, but that shouldn't diminish from the fact that this shouldn't fucking happen. A player shouldn't lose a shiny from a bug. Hopefully that's very obvious.
Anything
This is
about it.
crazy.
So, what did I do about
Did Energy already? Yeah, but did he? So apparently Energy already reclaimed the lost shiny. Like I'm assuming he shunted for it again. I would guess he didn't.
it? I submitted a ticket with
Let's
full
see.
proof of beginning to end recorded in all sessions. And as a matter of fact, I even proved and confirmed that the bug was real with people in call with me. And so what did the mod say? Surely this gets recompensated, right? Because it's something I literally cannot control and you guys have full evidence about it.
Yeah, what can I say besides I just don't agree with this? I love the PokeMMO devs and I love the PokeMMO staff, and I understand why stuff like this has to be the case. So for those who don't know, because let's add some charitability to we're not going to assume the devs are just evil assholes, even though I disagree with this decision vehemently, right? The devs aren't evil assholes. The reason why they can't, what's the word? We just said it. compensate. The reason why they don't want to compensate and can't compensate lost shinies to bugs like this is because there's a fear of people will start making like fake bugs or fake screenshots or fake situations trying to bait them into giving them a free shiny reimburse. Yeah. And this becomes a massive problem of then the devs have to go through each individual case. Unfortunately, due to bad actors, they can't really let stuff like this happen. And this happens a lot with cases like why you can't sell usernames in a lot of games like PokeMMO, right? It opens up a Pandora's box to liars really fucking sadly, right? I super agree. However, I do think the fact that scamming is against the rules in PokeMMO, with that being the case, they already have to go into every single little thing though, right? For situations like that. I would almost rather them take the resources and time from scamming being against the rules and have things like this be against the rules instead, or maybe like we already do that for scamming. I understand. I feel like if we're gonna put in the effort, the time, and the passion, the effort for being against scamming and doing a little detective situation for that, why aren't we doing it for situations like this when there's way more on the line? In my personal opinion, even though it affects a much smaller much smaller group of players, but it's a really big effect. I think stuff like that. I mean, it's obviously just opinion. Please be respectful. The one thing I ask with my community, when it comes to critiquing the PokeMMO devs, you have to do it responsibly, kindly, passionately, and productively. If you start saying things like, oh, the devs just hate the community, they're lazy, blah, blah, well, now you're not actually trying to help the game, right? I disagree with this vehemently, and I think that they should compensate people like this, and I think we should maybe even, I think a peaceful riot in game is even arguable, right? I respect that. I'm a big advocate of stuff like that. I just am always going to push against attacking the devs, because not only is it dumb and lazy, it also hurts the game. It also hurts the devs, it hurts us, and it hurts their desire and want to actually be helpful to the game. So just don't do stuff like that.
That was unfortunately not the case.
Even though this makes you frustrated and angry. I mean, it makes me mad and frustrated and angry. Like, this sucks.
How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game?
The wise words of I fucking love this clip.
I'm so sick of this.
Or maybe even uninstall the game and just full on quit. I'm a shiny hunter at the end of the day. You know what that means?
Let's go, Energy. Watching Trip. Wait, that's so good.
Yeah.
I love Energy's vibe, man. If there's one thing I can push from this sentiment is to just check out Energy on Twitch or on YouTube. He's just doing really cool stuff in the PokeMMO space.
No way. Woo! Yeah.
But long story short, I don't want this happening to anybody else who does happen to have this bug during a shiny encounter. If you were
this is the perfect way to handle this as well. He's like, he shouldn't have had to rehunt it, but he did. He respected the dev's decision, even though he disagreed with it, which is exactly how I feel. Like, what are you gonna do? You can try to convince them and do riots, and like if you want to petition, if you want to do a mass log out, if you want to do positive, productive, what's the word? Riots and protests, please do not attack the devs, do not assault them, verbally or whatever. It just sets us back as players trying to make productive change.
To get a shiny encounter, make sure that the device you want to reconnect on is not in an instance or an interaction, and also make sure that if it is and you forget about that first step, do not open the menu until you catch the Pokemon. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your shunts, guys.
Much love to Energy. I mean, what a new face to the community, and he's just killing it consistently over and over and over again. This is really fucking sad to see. He shouldn't have lost this shiny. Hopefully we can maybe we'll get together a peaceful protest today. Because this shouldn't happen. It's silly that we go into the nitty gritty in the detective work of anti-scamming, but we won't do it. It's weird. Why would you go into the detective work of a player versus player situation, but you won't do it when it's player versus system? When it's player versus yourself. That is really weird to me. I don't know why you would do that. Why you wouldn't do that, rather. That feels like it's easier to do the detective work for, because you have your perspective. It's a player versus you, the system, rather than a player versus another player, which is harder because it's harder to see both sides. That's really strange to me. I don't like that. I'm going to be honest. I don't like that. I think this should have been compensated. However, critique the devs productively is the most important message I can portray. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Energy for making this video. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Dislike. Go like and sub to Energy. He is an up-and-coming, amazing Pokemon creator. Check him out. Link will be first thing in the description. And that's it for me. Subscribe if you want to see daily Pokemon videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this to cover live news like this. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Dude, I'm excited for this one. Park, who's a PokeMMO staff member who has played since 2013, at least 2013, maybe 2012, just told me in chat, Pat, this clip you're about to watch is the most insane thing I've ever witnessed on this game, by the way. How could it be that crazy? Park is also someone who went like 300,000 eggs dry for a shiny Charmander for reference. Like this is some serious shit. This is a video from Not Energy, who everyone should go subscribe to. Go like this video. We're watching it for content on stream. Go check out Not Energy on YouTube and Energy on Twitch. Okay, he's one of my favorite up-and-coming, maybe my favorite up-and-coming PokeMMO content creators. Go check him out, okay? Let's go ahead and see what happens. This is called the craziest Safari Shiny encounter you'll ever see in PokeMMO. I purposefully have not watched this video yet because I wanted to react to it live, okay? Let's jump into it.
One of the most craziest, and I mean craziest, Safari encounters you have ever seen in PokeMMO that anyone has seen. I have never seen anything like it. It was a shiny Teddiursa encountered by Grim.
By Grim, the player needs to be shouted out because it is Energy uploading, but you know, it's Grim, the player who got it.
Oh my god, you guys are in for a ride. I'm setting this to clue. Hold on.
Yes, send it. I already got.
Is that Shizu? I know Shizu's voice so well because we've played like different game nights together, and he always goes, "That's crazy."
The ball, my fucking clipboard.
Wait, who is this?
It's Grim. It's Grim. It's Grim. It's Grim.
Grim.
Holy shit.
We got this. We got another clipboard, guys.
We already have.
All right.
This was 4 a.m. Germany time. Okay. We got ourselves a shiny Teddiursa in the Safari Zone, which is historically one of the most make or break shinies. I don't know what the catch rate. Does somebody know what the catch rate is off the top of their head? I would guess the catch rate for Teddiursa is somewhere between somewhere around 30%. That'd be my guess. Maybe 30 to 50%. That might be kind of high though. I'm guessing the Teddiursa catch rate is below 50% for sure. It's a decently tough catch. And it's a beautiful shiny. Beautiful shiny.
Ain't no way.
Oh, I'm so locked into
But it's not. Shiny Teddiursa is uncommon, but it's not incredibly rare, and it's not out of the norm to see in the Safari Zone. But it is uncommon. Let's see what happens.
Oh my god, bro.
Bro, what is this?
Come on, dude.
Come on.
And for those who don't know, this is happening during the Pokemon Safari Week, so they're just shiny hunting in the Safari Zone for fun for clips like this.
Please.
He's got this. That's good.
Clue, you fucking called it with the
got it?
call.
The Master Ball spam in team chat. You give good luck.
Who encountered it?
It's Grim.
Grim.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Ball one.
Okay, first ball.
It's the
Come on.
Rim Reaper.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
First ball, instant break.
Oh no.
Okay.
It stayed, which is huge.
Okay.
Run it back.
Oh my god.
Come on, baby.
Okay. He's edging us.
Yeah, he's edging us hard.
He's gonna,
I
Jesus.
came.
let
Come on, baby.
Teddy
Ball two.
be.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's the boys in Discord. I can't control that.
Oh, no.
Was that an insta break or one shake?
Come on, buddy.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. Yep.
Turn three.
A Teddiursa staying for 2 shakes or 2 fails is already like on the luckier side of things from the anecdotal experience of what I've seen.
Come on, baby.
At least
You gotta
one
let
out
Teddy
of two,
breathe. You gotta let him
please.
breathe a little bit.
Deep
Let him
breaths.
catch his
Grim.
breath.
Deep breaths.
That's ball 2, and it stayed both.
Throw the rock.
Relax.
Okay, she's saying throw the rock is so crazy.
Throw it.
Gotta get on the right tick.
Please. Come on, bro.
Here we go. Ball three.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Has it insta broken 3 times?
Okay, it stays.
3 stays is very abnormal. Very that's very lucky.
Oh my god, yes. Come on.
And there's 8 minutes left in the video.
Come on, baby.
Holy.
This is the one.
Ball number 4. Ball number 4.
Please, Rim
Come on,
Reaper.
Grim.
Come on, baby.
Grim. Come on, Grim.
Remy, come on.
Here we go.
Come on.
Please.
Come on. Come on.
This is ball number 4. 1 shake. 2 shakes. Ball 4.
Okay, turn 5.
any Safari encounter staying 4 turns is usually quite rare. You don't usually, it's actually not very, bordering very rare, but quite rare depending on the species.
It's crazy.
God,
Crazy.
what is with this shit? This
Holy
is crazy.
shit. Come on.
Oh my god.
And it's only going to get crazier.
Grim. Oh my
Come
god.
on.
She getting louder by the ball is so funny.
It's
That's
BPM right now.
what should
Surely
happen.
number 5. Oh my god.
Come on, Grim.
Please, bro.
For reference, my shiny Shuckle stayed for 3 turns. I caught it on the 4th Safari ball, and every single turn that it failed, the Shuckle had a 33.33% chance to flee, right? And this isn't really how math works, but if you add it up, it had a 99.9% chance to flee. That's not really how it works, but I don't know math, so I can't do an actual calculation, but it had a 33.33 chance or whatever percent chance to flee 3 different times, for my understanding. I don't know what Teddiursa's flee rate is. It wouldn't surprise me if it's higher than Shuckle's. I have no idea.
Fuck, dude.
Whatever.
This is the fucking ball. I fucking know it.
This is... Jesus, so
This
hyped.
motherfucker.
This is ball 5. Ball 5 in the Safari zone.
1.
Come on. Yep.
Stop trolling.
Stay.
The heart...
Stay.
Okay, turns.
The fact that it stayed. The heart... I can't imagine the palpitations that I had... If you've had a Safari in the shiny, you understand this. The palpitations that I had on my Shuckle on turn 4 was... I thought I was going to pass out. I can't imagine we're moving into turn 6.
Oh my god.
What a chance for that. What?
Fuck.
Safari shinies are the
Clint, what's
ultimate
its flee rate?
roller coaster of emotion.
I think 15 per turn.
Okay.
What?
There's... Wait. 15% catch rate? Wait.
I think 15.
Fuck.
Wait, Clue, what's its flee rate?
Flee rate.
I think 15 per turn.
Okay, so it's got a much lower flee rate than I expected.
what?
15%.
Holy.
Please stay.
Come on, Teddy.
You can do it.
So what's the math on that? Let's go double check really quick. Obviously, I don't know if this is exactly how math works, but divided by 15. So on average, okay, on average, it should stay about 6 turns. Is that right? I don't know the math on that. 6 or 7?
Grim, this is yours, buddy. Grim,
And
this
what
is yours.
is
This is
this
yours.
catch rate even? You know?
I don't know. But I checked this PRNG seed. He's got it.
Oh man.
The new
This is your
meme.
time,
Oh
bro.
no.
Come on, Grim.
I checked the bro.
Bro, he needs to take breaths. I just know he's fucking hyperventilating.
Bro, I think
right now.
he's
Yeah,
dying.
the pause there.
Bro.
Please.
Oh my god, please stay.
The amount of insta breaks is ridiculous.
Oh my
Oh my
god, turn 7
god.
is crazy.
Turn 7.
Dude, this is unreal.
What if he runs out of balls? Surely that would never be a concern with a Safari Zone Pokemon or Safari Shiny, right? Because if you're shiny hunting the Safari Zone, you have all 30 balls. There's no way a shiny could ever stay for even close to 30 turns.
Bro, 7's the
Oh,
lucky
my
number.
fucking hands are
Oh
getting
my god, he's sending it this time. Oh my god.
How does it keep... This is so mean that it's insta-breaking.
Come on, Grim. Come on, Grim.
This 8?
Yes,
We're
this
going
is
into... They're like trying to count. This is turn 8. This is ball 8.
That's the ball. That's the ball. We know
Oh my
it.
god, yes.
No.
Okay.
Please.
No.
Stay.
For reference, on ball 8, this might be the longest I've ever seen a Safari Shiny encounter last on video. At ball 8. I've heard of ones lasting longer. This is the longest I've ever seen on turn 8.
In a row.
Come on.
Holy.
I'm going to let it play out from now
We're
on.
gonna see double
Here we go.
digits.
Stop yapping as much.
Oh my god.
1.
Oh my god. No.
Oh my god. Stay.
Please, please double digits.
Oh my god, turn 10. Turn 10. Ball 10.
Double digits to the charm.
Guys, I'm calling it right now. This is the ball. Right here. This is the game
Holy
deciding ball.
shit. Double digits
Right here.
twice.
Right here. Come on, baby.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
1.
Yes. Yes.
2.
Yes.
No.
It's only 2 shaped twice.
Oh my god. Ball 11. Ball 11.
Bro.
No way.
Turn 11.
Charm.
Fuck. Yes. Come on. Please.
Dude, please.
No.
He hasn't even seen a 3 shaped yet.
Oh my god. Holy
We are going 30. This.
How do you even commentate this? It's just unbelievable.
Bro.
Bro, Grim is being like.
What the fuck is happening right now? Oh my
I'm
god.
a yapper and I'm stunned.
Come on, Grim.
And I knew a little bit of what happened heading into this.
He catches it.
1,
Oh my god.
2.
2. Oh, no, that was-
Give him a 3 shake at least.
Oh my god, 13.
This is cinema.
I've never this is cinema. I've never seen a Pokemon watch more carefully in my entire life. Bro is locked in.
Even anymore. He's
I
gonna
lost. Is
run
this
out.
13?
Please.
1.
Please. Oh my god.
It doesn't even give him 3 shakes ever.
Oh my god, 14. 14.
I think prior to this, I've heard of someone claim that they've had like a 14 or 16 ball shiny Lapras. I think prior to this, that is the most I've ever even heard of, right? Let alone seen actual evidence of on film.
Times the charm.
So we're pushing the highest I've ever heard of, which is like 16.
Come on, fucker.
Please, I'm praying. I'm praying.
The first triple shake? That's so fucked up.
Half of his balls. Half of his balls. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Stay.
Yes, 16. 16. 16.
Oh my god, he's gonna run out.
Bro, all this shit is gonna be legal age. What the fuck?
1,
He's gonna run out.
2.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Stay.
Oh my god.
How? How? Was it still here?
How
many balls is this?
I lost count, bro. I lost count.
17.
17? I've lost count. I'm watching the video, and it's my job to just sit here and count. This is 17.
1. Please. No.
It's so mean. It insta breaks so many times.
18. Oh my god.
This is once in a lifetime, dude.
Yeah, so this is already the longest safari encounter I've ever seen in my not even heard of it. Rumors and myths and fairy tales don't even speak of a safari encounter this long.
Come on.
Thanks for the sub, Legion.
Oh my.
19 is crazy.
I never seen this. I never seen this shit.
19 is crazy.
Holy.
2, 3. No! Please! Yes!
20. This has got to be the first ever 20 turn Safari Zone catch in PokeMMO easily. I can't. Also, at this point, like, you've got to assume it's gone. Like, mentally, if I was the shiny hunter here, like Grim or whatever, you're just like, it's fucking gone. Like, I'm not gonna catch it at this point. Like, let's just see what happens.
It stays forever. We run out of
Well, maybe we can rock this
We're
shit.
over 20, right?
What?
20 or
Oh
21.
my god.
my
No.
stay.
Oh my god, stay.
Oh my god!
Staying at over 20 is ridiculous.
21. 21.
God.
21.
He's gonna run out.
Bro, that's more balls than
Holy
actually
shit.
living on this earth, bro.
He's gonna
No.
run out. Oh my god, stay.
22.
This is too much.
22 turns.
I can't.
He's
I
gonna run
can't.
out.
Did he have to do multiple instant replays on it because it was so long?
No way.
Imagine running out of balls on a shiny. Yeah, the fact that that's a concern.
Crazy.
Imagine you're a casual player and you were like catching some Pokemon for profit in the Safari Zone, and this happens, and you actually do run out. Like,
Crazy. Please.
Oh my god.
1,
Stay.
2.
Oh, no.
Stay.
this is 23, right?
Yeah! 23! 23!
Happy ending.
Please.
23 balls, bro.
Here we go.
We needed to catch. We needed to catch.
1, 2.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is what?
No!
The so few times he even sees 3 shakes.
24.
This video should be studied as like what it's like to increase volume very slightly every second throughout a video. It's a perfect crescendo. I don't know if that's the right. I don't know music.
Please stay. Please stay. Try off balls.
Oh my god.
1,
Oh my god.
2,
Oh my god.
3. Yeah!
I cannot believe that he fucking got it. That's what's like insane to me is he actually got it. The fact that this was secured is ridiculous. At that point, you're spamming balls for content for the world record. You're not even concerned about actually getting the shiny.
What the fuck was that?
I feel like this is a record that will be held for like the next at least 5, probably 10 years. Well, yeah, this is ball 24, I believe, right? This, unless I miscounted.
Right?
Oh my god.
Shout out to Energy for recording this and getting this.
I think he got it in cinema.
This is why I always say how important it is to record your shiny hunts and how like it's so important to have this kind of history in PokeMMO. This is insane. Congratulations to Grim. You just set a world record that will probably not be passed for a very, very long time. Now, I arbitrarily went ahead and got one Teddiursa encounter off camera in the background so I could go ahead and see if I could replicate his situation. I'm going to throw as many balls at this non-shiny Teddiursa and see how many balls it takes for a one to flee. Okay, we let it stay for one ball. I'm just curious. I'm just curious to see what happens. Maybe we'll just catch it. To give you guys an idea of what should happen on average, okay? Honestly, it staying for 2 balls is quite good. Okay, let's see. Okay. That's more than average. Okay, now we're gonna like... Now it's gonna do the same thing. Okay, I'm just the luckiest player alive, so I can't be a good example. From my experience in the Safari Zone, usually Teddiursa runs after like 2 balls. I can't explain how crazy it is for that shiny Teddiursa to happen like that. That's so fucking insane. I will say, people have been asked about fossil farming for profit. I did a video somewhat recently, and I didn't do very well, but I think it might have been a bad hour, like unlucky. It was just an hour test. I always try to qualify in my loop from 1 hour is like 1 hour is not data. 1 hour is not a, hey, this is how this money-making method is for sure. It's just a 1 hour anecdotal example. Fossils are really expensive. Something claw fossil 20k. There's a reason claw fossils are 20k. They're really hard to get. That's not a fossil you want to farm for profit. The fossils you want to farm for profit are generally like Kanto fossils or armor and skull fossils. Now, fossils are going up in price and probably will be going up in price because of official shiny wars coming up. So keep that in mind. So okay, don't get trapped. I will say with fossil farming, don't get trapped by looking at the most expensive fossils like claw and root and think, oh wow, that's fossil farming so good. These are expensive for a reason. You can get like maybe 3 an hour. Like those are not the ones you do for profit and not good profit. I don't recommend doing those ones. Don't get trapped by that. I recommend usually fossil farming in Sinnoh at Turnback Cave is like the best strat that I've seen. I forgot to click Swift. Oops. But yeah, fossil farming's generally pretty decent. I recommend trying it out for people's selves for sure. This is a great question, and I super agree. Do you agree with the statement that too many gamers focus on the optimal way instead of their preferred way? If yes, any idea why and when this started? I think I do agree. It depends. Like there's an argument for maybe we see like there's a lot that goes into this. From the RuneScape community, there's a lot of pushback between this as well. This could go into like game philosophy and game there's so much that could be talked about here. How do I approach this, right? I definitely think that some gamers focus too much on the optimal way to play and then constantly. The problem is for some people that is the way to play and that is the most fun. The way you should play video games, in my opinion, is a combination of efficiency and fulfillment. These are the 2 things that you want to combine, and when you combine these 2 things, you get fun, right? You need some amount of efficiency, whether it's 1% or 99%, and you need some amount of fulfillment to equal fun, right? In RuneScape, I saw a lot of endgame players who were very efficient get flamed by the fulfillment players because they were playing very efficiently, which was how they enjoyed to play, but the fulfillment players got mad at them, which is something I've never seen before in any other game. Usually in games, it is the end game players, it's the efficiency players who backseat, critique, and make fun of the more casual players, right? The fulfillment players. I've only ever seen it in RuneScape where the casual play, it was nerd on nerd violence, I always say. The casuals in RuneScape love to flame the end game players, and I've never really seen much of the vice versa. Aside from maybe in PVM, you see some PVM people yeah, but that's PVMs. Yeah. In PokeMMO, I would say on average, I would say more so on average, there's probably more gatekeepiness, and I would say so. The endgame community memeing on the, and things that we try to work on for sure. I try to talk about that. I don't think I see too many casuals flaming endgame players in PokeMMO, to be super honest. I'm sure it happens to some extent, but it's a really interesting, where did it start? I can't answer that, man. I don't know. Somewhere along the lines of spreadsheets and MMOs in general, and just min-maxing as guides become more prevalent when it comes to video games people care about. When you see something, you know it's possible. But 10 years ago, we just didn't know, 10 or 20, we didn't know what was possible, right? In the RuneScape community, I can speak, for example, because there's something called efficient hours played in RuneScape, and a lot of casual players will like put 2,000 hours into RuneScape, and that's a lot of hard work and a lot of hours, but then check their efficient hours played and see like 300 hours, and that makes them really angry and mad and sad, because they're like, what the heck, I put so much time in, how do I only have 300? That's so bullshit. But you didn't know those 2,000 hours, that there's actually like this XP rate that you could have been getting, and it's hard for a lot of people to handle, right? And it's good to know. With information spreading, I think the most important thing is to understand. I always preach, understand the efficient strats, understand what is possible, and then make the decision that's best for you. Whether that decision is the most efficient strat, or whether it's the least efficient, or somewhere in between, right? A lot of times on stream, you'll see me doing the in-between. I'm not a hyper-efficient player by any means. If I was, I'd be like catching dittos on the alt account at all times, and like doing all these, like, I'm a pretty in-the-middle player, and I do what is most fun for me, and I encourage people to do that as well. Just find the right level of what percentage of efficiency and what percentage of fulfillment to equate your most fun. It's a really interesting question to talk about. I could ramble on that for hours, you know? All right, it is time for either your favorite or your least favorite part of the stream recap, depending on who you ask. It is time for the Movietrouski take, where I discuss some movies I've watched recently, my experience with them, my thoughts and opinions, because I am just a casual nerd when it comes to movies. I don't really know how to judge them properly. I'm just sharing a layman's opinions, and I love hearing different people's opinions on my opinions and different people's movies takes. And I've just been really into movies over the past 3 months in a way that I never really have been in the previous parts of my life. I've been watching a lot of movies, probably like one movie a day. For the past few months or so, I think. Been going to the movie theaters a lot, and this movie is no exception. I only have one movie to talk about today, but it's a banger. It's Brokeback Mountain, dude. The classic kissing the homies, gay cowboy romantic adventure, and it honestly like really exceeded my expectations and blew me away. I was expecting, whenever someone suggests, or whenever there's like a movie that's like a cult classic, I kind of go in expecting a 2.5 out of 5, like a 5 out of 10, just to keep my expectations low, because otherwise it's really hard if a movie is held up to such a standard and then it doesn't meet it. It feels even more maddening. You know what I'm saying? So I try to set the bar low going into classics so that I'm just happily impressed. And Brokeback Mountain is one that happily fucking impressed me, dude. This is just an amazing romance movie. Like, it's actually like Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger's tension is fucking palpable. It's so insane. It's so ridiculous. Like, how do they have more chemistry than like so many others? Their chemistry is so insane on screen. And I could see the argument there. I could see an argument for like early on in the movie, they need more time or more dialogue to actually like develop that romantic connection before they like get into it or whatever. But I don't even think that's necessarily true, because the whole movie is just about like true love, and like how love is like a pure feeling of nature that you can't really control. Like, these guys don't necessarily like want to be in love, but they just are. And they say things like, what are we gonna do when this thing like grabs a hold of us and like takes over us in the wrong moment? Like, and it really portrays this whole beautiful sense of love, and it just portrays love in one of the best romantic movies I've ever seen. It didn't make me cry as much as it made me tear up but not cry, and I feel like a 5 out of 5 romance movie has to make me cry like a fair bit, like About Time does, or like The Notebook does, you know, boring but true and classic. There is a really, no spoilers, but there is a really sad thing that happens in this movie, but the way it's presented is kind of very quick and flashy versus like a slow lead up, and it's really tragic, really tragic. But it doesn't emotionally punch as hard. At least it didn't for me personally, because there wasn't as much oomph, and it wasn't visuals. It was very flashy. Maybe for some people that hits harder. I should have said, I was lucky enough, and I've been loving this at my local theater. I saw this. I saw Breakback Mountain for the very first time in theaters in 2025, which is really fucking cool. It's honestly been really beautiful to like watch a lot of these movies for the very first time in theaters, even though they're older movies, right? And we saw this in theaters, and it was me and my wife and then 2 other like couples or people, and there was one sweet girl. She was crying her eyes out. There was one person who was like, you could hear her like sniffling and sobbing towards the end of the movie. And that's what I go to a theater for, honestly, is to hear other people's feelings. Like you should be able to do that, you know? Like that's, you know, that's beautiful, right? Yeah, the movie was amazing. I think it's a great romantic movie, and it's a really good reminder. I think one of the most interesting parts of the movie is that it shows the collateral damage and the consequences when people are in love and they aren't allowed to express that and get married. And it's a really good reminder of how important it is for people who are in love to be able to express that and be able to be in love as long as they're not hurting anybody, right? So I think this is I love Brokeback Mountain, dude. It's super fucking beautiful, super, super, super good. I didn't even properly talk about my rating, but I did give it a 4.5 out of 5, aka a 9 out of 10. If I could, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is like so close to a perfect movie, but it didn't make me cry quite enough. It made me tear up and not cry. And then it didn't, the ending is unsatisfying in my opinion. The very, very end. So I would give it a 9.5 for those reasons. All right, it might be time to call it on this silly willy day, fellas. We've been live for about 4.5 hours. Pretty typical stream length. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I really appreciate you guys watching as per usual. Like the stream if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon videos every single day. Follow the Twitch for streams. Lots of passionate conversations and crash outs over here live on Twitch Monday through Thursday, usually at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Prime, Twitch subs, PayPal/Venmo, and then I think Factor for like a few more days, a handful more days, or less than that is the best way to support. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day. Good luck in your PokeMMO grinds, and I will see you guys later. I have a lot of things to do on the Iron Man. Hopefully we can get to it all. Peace Reno, fellas. Yo, Patrouski here, and I wanted to thank you personally for watching the video until the very end. I really, really appreciate that. And if your name is on this list, thank you to the moon and back, because you allow me to even make these videos by supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.